Ronnie, you've got your ear to the grindstone, so let me ask you. Did I mess that up?
No, it was
No,
perfect.
that's okay.
All right.
That's not a pretty picture you painted, but go ahead.
We know what you meant.
Land-based casinos.
Yes, ma'am.
We're hearing in our area that the Shreveport boats, they're obviously landlocked, and
Right.
that they're not likely to pursue this moving on to land. What are you hearing with your ear down there on the stone?
Out of the 15 properties licenses in the state, we knew that the 1,200-foot permissibility of moving gaming operations onto land would be attractive to first-generation properties, and those properties that had land adjacent to their berthing site that they owned. I'm aware of a variety of different licensees who are looking at the concept, and I know of 3 that plan likely next year in the first or second quarter to file with petitions with the board to do that.
Who?
No. We're not going to go there, but that's
that
okay.
is, pardon me, that is 3 in the Shreveport-Bossier area that you know.
No. That's 3 statewide out of the 15.
Are any of those 3 north of I-10?
I'd have to get a map out and look, Erin. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that. But let me just say this. Let me say, when Senator Johns and I worked with the task force, we knew that there were some properties such as Margaritaville, LaBerge Baton Rouge, LaBerge Lake Charles, Golden Nugget, that really wouldn't benefit from a change in the law permitting land-based operations because for all intents and purposes, they look land-based already. They don't look like boats, but they meet the legal definition. So we included something in the bill that would be attractive to those properties, and that was the redefinition of gaming floor based on gaming positions rather than square footage. So there's something in that bill for the new properties and for the older first-generation properties.
Let me take out the pigskin, throw you a curveball. We have a city council member here who has said we could possibly make use of our Expo Hall, which is across the street. It's not really being used right now. It's a big facility for land-based casinos. Would that make it attractive to those Shreveport boats if they had a property that's already built? They just got to come in and turn it into a casino.
That's going to be a high bar. I can tell you that it was the philosophy of the task force, Senator Johns, and throughout the legislative process. This is about economic development. It's just not about getting gaming operations onto dry land. This is about reinvestment, capital investment, developing resorts, increasing the number of hotel rooms and amenities, and just moving gaming into an existing facility. I don't want to speak for the board because I'm just the chairman, but that's not what we're looking for.
We have spoken a couple of times before, and my question has been, well, my statement has been, have we in Louisiana sort of painted ourselves into such a legislative corner gaming-wise that as far as we have to be water-based and all these rules about land-based, that it's still going to be tough to compete with those big casinos in Oklahoma. In the eyes of the gaming companies and the way you look at it, are these new rules going to really help?
I think so. I know at least in the 3 properties that I've had informal discussions with, they're going to sink a lot of money into this state. That means they're going to create jobs. They're going to need laborers and pipe fitters and carpenters, and those are going to create jobs. And then the new facilities will have more amenities that will employ more people. So it's, from a competitive, if you were talking about competitively, whether this is going to give us a competitive advantage, I can't say. I don't know. I do know that we weren't focused on what was going to happen in the first 24 months. We want to lay a foundation for permissible growth in this industry over the next 5 years and 10 years. This was about the long term and not the short term.
What can you tell us now more about the timetable for this land-based happening? Can you lay that out for us quickly?
I'm hoping that my staff, working with the Attorney General's office and state police, will have the rules in place and developed by the end of the calendar year. At which time, the casino operators will know what the rules of the game are, what we will expect them to bring before the board to begin the process of development on land side. So I expect some early entrants, perhaps in the first, second quarter of next calendar year.